working with people that you respect, you admire, and that you want to work with, and not for other reasons, which could be they're you know, not that they're not cool, but they're really cool or really hip, and you are cool and hip.
Well, to answer your second question first about being in touch with the guitar scene, I would say no. For me personally, I've kind of grown away from it in many ways. I mean, I'm very appreciative of some of the great players there are around, but I'm not so hung up on the big issues of the guitar scene, like nail length and all those kind of real biting biting kind of issues.
Yeah.
So I'm separate from that scene without a doubt. I've lived in Belfast all my life, in fact. Man and boy, as we say.
My wife, Aisling, plays flute, and Greg taught Aisling to play guitar. Greg was Aisling's guitar teacher.
Strange twist.
A very strange twist. So obviously Aisling also plays guitar, but when Aisling and I met at college, at the academy, we started playing together, flute and guitar immediately, and we probably quite quickly, because when we started playing together in like the first year of undergrad, we quite quickly wanted to play contemporary music or get music written for us or explore that rather than just writing, or just playing Piazzolla and Giuliani and stuff like that, Tedesco. You know what I'm saying? So that we recorded a piece of Greg's on our first album together as a duo, and then RTE, which is like the sort of main broadcaster of Ireland, so like something like the equivalent of the BBC would be in the UK. RTE commissioned a second one.
That's right, Pluck Blow 2. It was
return.
imaginatively called.
Yeah. But we did that as well, down in Dublin. And then, of course, naturally, then eventually solo music comes out of that as well, because, I wanted to get Greg to write some guitar music. I mean, you wrote loads of solo guitar music anyway. Yeah. And then that was that,
And then, of course, the other dimension is the fact that Aisling is a performer in the Hard Rain Soloist Ensemble, which is a group that I'm the artistic director of.
Yeah.
So it's a very close relationship.
Yeah, I like that about it actually, because it's not a lot of, we play a lot of other contemporary music, but you don't necessarily have that closeness with the composer and the ability just to actually ask them exactly what they want.
Well, I mean, I don't play the guitar now. I mean, I just don't have time to play the guitar now because, I have this responsibility with the Hard Rain Soloist Ensemble, and I also try and function as a composer as best I can. So there's just no time, and in any case, at best, I was a good amateur player, and certainly not a professional player by any stretch of the imagination. So.
But I get MP3s from Greg of new pieces, and Greg you'll play them. So I not only do I have a score to work from, I don't have some crappy MIDI file to work from. I actually have Greg playing the piece, which is great because I can, even if things maybe aren't at exactly the right tempos, because I'll play them faster if you want them faster. Because I can't play fast, Nico. That's another terribly inside joke. At least then I can get the nuance or the feeling behind how you want them played. That if it's a MIDI track, you've absolutely no idea about phrasing or the feeling. Whereas even if it's slower or it's, if it's put together by a human being and it's Greg playing, sections of the music, that's really useful. So you definitely can play guitar.
Drives me, you mean to write generally, or
to innovate?
To innovate?
Do you even innovate?
I'm not sure I do innovate, which is a very sacrilegious thing to say for a composer to say. Because we all are supposed to be pushing forward into this new area and discovering new things, and I would openly admit that my music borrows a lot from the past, and innovation for me isn't necessarily about finding something that's an entirely new idea. It's about breaking new ground for me personally, which for many other composers isn't an innovation at all. So it's the whole business of kind of pushing forward with music is a personal thing for me. It's not about kind of trying to do something for the better compositional good. It's about me writing a piece of music that I'm fulfilled by in some way. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, they're real now. I feel like the Bagatelles are now real, because it was one piece that, you wrote Bagatelle. I premiered it in Poland quite a few years ago, and then we did the music video in Berlin, and that was it. It's like, okay, there's the first Bagatelle, and it's like, okay, let's write 5. Let's have 5 of these, which is, it is a reflection in some way on Walton's Bagatelles, which are, kind of a cornerstone of the standard repertoire. And also this idea that Bagatelles work for guitar, like short character pieces that sort of explore one idea. Guitar's great at that, very intimate instrument. And now Greg's written the second one, and we've recorded it, and we're here in Belfast. It feels very real. It feels like, okay, we're
And a third on the way.
And yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's happening now. And however, obviously they're all being realised as music videos. They're all very stylish in the sense that, like, they have a real feeling behind them, an atmosphere. Each video. This one is totally different to the first one, and really contrasting and really cool. Not just the piece, but the video, which makes sense because that's how we're presenting them. But we're going to do all 5. Probably do each one in a different city, in a different kind of venue. So far, we've kind of steered clear of concert halls or very traditional venues. We've been in Sark, the Sonic Lab today. We've been in the Warehouse in Berlin. So it's different. It's a really different kind of approach. I'd like to see them as an exhibition and a concert. I'd like everything to be accessed by an audience. They can watch us talk about them, or in different places, trying to sort of explain the idea. They can look at some of the sort of progress of the Bagatelles developing, and then they can see a performance. So I'd like them to be more than just a concert. They can be that. They can be added to people's repertoire. I've got students playing them now in Glasgow at the Conservatoire.
My vision for the Bagatelles was that they would be approachable pieces.
Yep.
And I don't mean that they should be approachable for an audience, but perhaps they should be approachable for reasonable level of guitarist.
Yeah.
So maybe a kind of really good amateur.
Yeah.
Certainly a kind of like third year undergraduate guitar student.
Yeah.
Should be able to access these pieces.
So no 4-finger tapping and.
There's nothing so far in there that is
there's no pyrotechnics
beyond the pale.
No, not yet.
I think that's a good thing, and I mean that's what a bagatelle is in a sense. It's a piece that is approachable, and it doesn't set itself up to be some massive thing. It goes back to, I guess, what we said at the start of this interview about innovation. These pieces aren't necessarily supposed to be, pushing the boundaries of composition. They're simply drawing people in, I would hope, in the way that I was drawn into, contemporary music when I was a lot younger, by some of the great 20th century pieces that were written.